Spider-Man! Spider-Man! I got the red shirt! I got the blue jeans as well. I didn't have a Spider-Man shirt, but this was the best I could come with. About red and blue, repping his colors. I love Spider-Man. It's like I feel alive when I talk about Spider-Man, when I watch Spider-Man, when I think about Spider-Man. I felt alive, and I love it. Oh my goodness. The words cannot express how much I love this character. I love this character so much. Now, you might be wondering, different setup. It's only temporary. Relax. Man, Spider-Man. 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 God, I love this character. I love this character so much. I love Spider-Man. He's been with me since I was a child. I first accidentally watched him on cable TV as a kid. I think I was like 10 at the time. I was like, whoa, Spider-Man. Now he's just been with me since. I've seen a couple iterations. This is including animation, but yeah, brand new day. This means something to me. I love Spider-Man so much. I love Spider-Man so much. It's been 5 years since we've seen Spider-Man on the big screen. 5 years? Yeah, 2021. Yes, 5 years. My goodness. And this one is so good. And there's a lot of new things being introduced. And all I gotta say is, I loved it. I love Spider-Man. And I have been avoiding everything. Everything. Promotions, trailers, interviews. Nada. Not a single peep. I forgot what I used, but I used this thing on my laptop that like cuts out any suggestions of the sorts relating to Spider-Man, because I have been waiting so long and I want to go into this blind. And oh my goodness, it's so good. I didn't know John Bernthal, the Punisher, was in it. That's cool to see that team up. I didn't know this one. I had no clue about the Sadie Sink, who plays. I'm not gonna say, but oh, by the way, I just came back. I don't have the time on me, and my phone I put on charge. But my goodness, I just love Spider-Man so much. You cannot fathom my love for Spider-Man. It scares people. It scares me. A brand new day. I haven't even talked about the movie, and all I'm saying all I'm doing is glorifying Spider-Man. And I can do that because I love Spider-Man so much. I love Spider-Man so much. I tried to get a ticket on debut night, and all the times for VMAX were full. There were standard times, but I'm not going to the standard ones. I want to have the best experience watching one of my favorite characters on the screen. It was one of the big movies I was waiting for this year. One of the big movies, and I got it. How does that Denji meme go? Cinema. The choreo, the swinging, it feels great. I think they did something different where it felt more dynamic with Spider-Man swinging, and especially when you come in close, feels like there's a lot more weight when he's swinging around. I'm gonna go into spoilers now. Here's your spoiler warning. New things have been added in the MCU, specifically Jean Grey. Now, they didn't actually say what she is. She just said she's a person who has telepathic abilities. Okay. Well, if you're familiar with Marvel, and specifically X-Men, you would know Jean Grey is one of the founding members, maybe not the founding members, but one of the core members, playing a very prominent recurring role of a team member of the X-Men. The psychic and the members of X-Men are mutants. I don't think they said Jean Grey or Sadie Sink, who plays Jean Grey, who also plays Max in Stranger Things, one of my favorite characters in that show. And it was also so cool to see her on the big screen. I don't think I have seen a movie with her in cinemas, so that's cool to see. Sadie Sink plays Jean Grey. She's one of the most famous X-Men, a mutant. They didn't say she was a mutant in the movie. I don't think they did. But does that mean we're getting the introductions of mutants in the MCU? That's pretty cool to think about that. You know what that means? Time for me to go fan casting for the other members. I mean, in Deadpool and Wolverine, we got Gambit as Channing Tatum, so that's, I guess, one of the X-Men. We can just think of a bunch of others. But yeah, that's a new thing. And Spider-Man is going through his existential crisis, and he's got organic webbing, like the GOAT, Tobey Maguire. It seems like this Spider-Man might be stronger than the rest. He's going through like an evolution. He's mutating beyond his norm. Also, Hulk. My goodness, was that cool to see. Like, I knew when I saw Dr. Banner for the first time, I thought, Peter's gonna probably fight that in the future, isn't he? Yes, he did. It was short, but man, was it explosive, and it felt terrifying. I knew Peter was gonna be fine. He's Spider-Man. Yeah, I've forgotten how terrifying Hulk is. It's been a while since I've watched, like, She-Hulk and Endgame, but I always thought that Banner and Hulk came to some sort of agreement. But nope, it turns out Banner has just been suppressing Hulk. I did not think that. Luckily for Peter, he's kept Hulk Peter. Banner was able to keep the Hulk down and no casualties, so that's good. And as for the relationships between Punisher and Spider-Man being this good cop, bad cop, but they're also really good friends. You especially see it towards the end of the film. I like that. I like that dynamic duo. I mean, he had that with Daredevil, with them tackling ideologies. But I guess with Punisher and Spider-Man, you can't really do that because Peter is what you call almost like childish. Like, he's naive. He can like feel the naivety from his youth, unlike Daredevil and Punisher. By the way, where were you, Spider-Man, during Daredevil? Also, what happened on Staten Island? They kept referring to that. I was thinking, is that a reference to something from the Daredevil series or something? I don't remember. But it's most likely probably something that happened off camera. But yeah, Spider-Man's back. Peter Parker's back. MJ and Ned are sort of back. There was also that end credit scene, and yes, it's been a while since I've sat in the cinema and waited until the end of the end credit scenes. It's been a while since that's happened, but I didn't, and the end credit scene was also pretty different. They used not pictures, little clips throughout New York City. Beautiful scenery. And yeah, the end credits the end credit scene seems to refer to Spider-Man in space, so I'm assuming it's something to do with Doomsday. I've been avoiding promotional material for that, interviews, a lot. Interviews, trailers, all that kind of thing. Sorry, it's like past midnight. My viewing was at 9:20, so like 20 minutes of ads, I believe. And then it finished around 12 o'clock. So yeah, I'm here now. I had a good time. I had an amazing time. Spider-Man, I would have liked to see him fight more of those villains. It was cool to see him have that little montage of him taking down all these very different looking villains. Like, very distinguishable looking villains. Tombstone, that was cool. I didn't even know he was going to be in this movie. Tombstone, that was cool. And he looked like Tombstone. Big, the pale skin, the hairdo. There was also Scorpion. That was cool. He played it's the guy that played I don't know his name. I don't remember his name. The crazy dude in Far Cry 3. I don't know some of the other villains. I think there was one with like boomerangs. There was another one with what was it? Like skates on him, like on the side of that ship or submarine thing. I just love Spider-Man and Peter Parker. I think he's like universally liked. It's impossible to hate Peter Parker, mostly because he's someone that the everyday person can relate to. I'm kind of looking at this with biased eyes. I am Spider-Man's #1 biggest fans. And you know what? That's hard to beat because there's a lot of #1 big fans of Spider-Man. And it makes sense. Spider-Man is, I think, the most popular superhero, if not next to like Superman or Batman. He's just amazing. Yeah. They got like some changes against him. I don't think it's gonna like change the world, but now he can shoot short organic weapons. It seems he's much stronger than he already was. I mean, he could already carry like over 2 tons. So who knows what his limits are. He was able to survive against Hulk. His senses are now extremely high then, so it must be way harder to hit him now. What else was there? I don't know if they're gonna build like Professor X's school of gifted children. I don't know if they're gonna do that, how they're gonna do that, because, well, yeah, I don't know how they're gonna do that. But there is one thing, I think everyone saw it because I kind of saw it, but the plot twist of like who the actual villain is. Oh, it's not actually Jean Grey, it's the guy in charge of department control or damage control. Yeah, he turns out he was the bad guy all along. We all kind of knew that. But also, part of me was thinking, there's no way Jean Grey's the bad guy. Mostly because I know her as Jean Grey, the X-Men, which means she's not going to be the big bad villain. Or maybe she's gonna team up with Spider-Man. I do kind of want to see that, a team up with Spider-Man. That would be cool. This movie honestly gives me hope for the rest of the MCU. I know there's the upcoming Doomsday and all that. Thunderbolts that was pretty good, but it's just the TV shows. I think Ironheart I didn't really like. Well, I didn't hate it. It was just okay. And there were other Marvel projects, but yeah, this gives me hope. Also, Punisher, he didn't feel like a different Punisher. Like, compared to the Punisher in Daredevil, like being this ruthless guy. But in this movie, he's still ruthless, but he doesn't do it against Peter. Because, well, one, it's a Spider-Man movie. They're not gonna have people dying. But two, I think the reason is Punisher knows this is a kid. There's no way he's going to, like, go too far with pushing his ideologies onto him or trying to crush his ideology of wanting to help everyone, because he thinks that's important. But he also thinks that not everyone should be allowed to live. He sees that Peter is this, or Spider-Man is this, like, hope for this city, for the future. And he also has a lot of respect for him. I hope we get to see Jean Grey, Sadie Sink more. That'll be cool. I hope we get to see Spider-Man again. Like, 5 years waiting is a long time, but we got a juicy result as that. I'm kind of hoping we see more like Marvel movies that feel like a lot of love and care has been put into it. Also, I caught some of the references, like with Spider-Man's moves. I noticed some of them were like from the PS4 game. Like, one is where he puts him on the ground, he jumps up, webs the ground, and then like propels himself down and slams into the guy with his legs. I've seen that before, or it was like when he was right outside the department control trying to rescue Jean. And he's just webbing on the ground. It's the same fight, by the way. But he's like fighting off the walls, like jumping off the walls and doing all that. And then webbing them up against the wall. Like, that looks straight out of the Spider-Man games. I appreciate that, by the way. That's cool. They're taking source material from everywhere. Not just comic books, but also from the newer games, where he does all these dynamic finisher moves. I really want another Spider-Man movie, because that's just made me craving more. Maybe even more of the MCU, but like more specifically towards Spider-Man. I can't wait to see the future of the MCU, because this movie has really given me hope. That's pretty much all I have to say. I mean, there's probably more, but I'm really tired. I want to go to bed. And I just came back from watching it, so this is more like a fresh view. By the way, fantastic beginning to the movie. That's how you start a movie. But, yeah. Thanks for watching. Stay safe and have a good one. Spider-Man, yeah. Spider-Man, he's the greatest who ever can. Spider-Man, I'm making an original song so I don't get copyrighted. I thought of this just after filming the video. Spider-Man, Spider-Man, the greatest who can.